Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I respect Miss Professor Dr. Sri Indah Nikensari, SI, MSI, as my thesis advisor 1, and Mr. Diki Irianto, SI, MSI, as my thesis advisor 2, and I respect Mr. and Miss Chairman of the session and examiners of the session. Hello everyone, introduce myself. My name is Riko Vidiana Setiame, majoring in Economic Education, Faculty of Economic and Business at University of Jakarta. Now, I would like to present my thesis research proposal. It is in title, The Effect of Urbanization Level, Per Capita Income, and Carbon Emission on Renewable Energy Consumption in Asian SIC countries. Next, the discussion, which consists of first, introduction, second, literature review, and third, research methods. First, research background. Countries around the world are experiencing environmental problems. There are climate change, rising temperatures, and global warming due to the increasing use of fossil energy, which can threaten a country's economy. Asia's economic growth is in line with energy consumption. As a result, energy demand in Asia is increasing by 3% annually and is the fourth largest energy consumer globally. Each Asian SIC country has different growth rates of renewable energy consumption, some low or high, and some positive or negative. Asian SIC has a fairly good growth rate of renewable energy consumption, although it is still in the low category because it is still very dependent on fossil energy, is 75%, and has not been fully utilized both in capacity and generation. The Institute for Essential Service Reform, or IESR, revealed that by 2025, the share of renewable energy in Asia's total primary energy supply will only be 15.6%, far from the 23% target set previous, with a potential of 17 terawatt. Next, the factors that affect on renewable energy consumption. First, the level of urbanization. The level of urbanization affects renewable energy consumption because it can encourage the expansion of industries. Urbanization rate in Asia tends to increase 20 and 23, reaching of 52.3%. The country with highest urbanization rate in 20 and 23 is Singapore at 100%, of 5,917.648 million people. Second, Malaysia at 79%, of 27,650.17 million people. Next, Indonesia at 59%, of 164,698.646 million people. Next, Thailand at 54%, of 38,438.24 million people. Next, Philippines at 48% of 55,477.513 million people. And the country with lowest urbanization rate in 2023 is Vietnam at 39% of 39,619.45 million people. The level of urbanization encourages renewable energy consumption because the central consumption area will be faster to implement environmentally friendly renewable energy technology innovation. Next, per capita income. Per capita income in Asian SIC in 2015 until 2023 each year trying to experience a fluctuating increase. High-income countries tend to shift more quickly to environmentally friendly renewable energy consumption because there is disposable income to spend on developing green technologies. The country highest per capita income in 2023 is Singapore at 84,734.3 US dollar. Second, Malaysia 11,379.1 US dollar. Next, Thailand 7,182 US dollar. Indonesia 4,876.3 US dollar. Vietnam 4,282.1 US dollar. And the country lowest per capita income in 2023 is Philippines at 3,804.9 US dollar. Next, carbon emission. Carbon emission are an indicator to assess environmental quality. Every year, greenhouse gas emission experience a fluctuating increase. In year 2023, Malaysia 11.8 tons per person, highest. Singapore at 9.8 tons per person, Indonesia 6.8 tons per person, Thailand 5.8 tons per person, Vietnam 5.3 tons per person, and Philippines 2.5 tons per person, lowest. The continuous increase in carbon emission hinders to increase in renewable energy consumption, so it is necessary to reduce emission to increase renewable energy consumption. Energy consumption is a means to drive to industrialization of the economy as a means of accumulating development capital. Renewable energy consumption can solve environmental problems as an effort to reduce carbon emission toward the Paris Agreement with a net zero emission target and realize the 7 point of the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs of the availability of affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. As economic growth increases, ASEAN seek must vision to maintain environmental equality through the consumption of renewable energy so that environmental degradation can be reduced. To increase in renewable energy consumption is inseparable from the influence of urbanization levels, per capita income, and carbon emission. Therefore, researchers are interested in conducting research on the effect of urbanization level, per capita income, and carbon emission on renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries. Next, the research question. First, does the level of urbanization affect renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries 2015 until 2023? Second, does income per capita affect renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries in 2015 until 2023? Third, does carbon emission affect renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries in 2015 until 2023? Research objectives. First, analyzing the effect of urbanization level on renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries 2015 until 2023. Second, analyzing the effect of income per capita on renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries 2015 until 2023. Third, analyzing the effect of carbon emission on renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries 2015 until 2023. Next, benefits of research. Benefits of research on theoretical. First, provide information about renewable energy consumption in ASEAN, especially the 6 Asian countries, namely Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines in 2015 until 2023. Second, provide knowledge and insight into the economic condition of ASEAN 6 countries, especially through renewable energy consumption and the factors that influence it. And third, use as a reference for similar research in the future. Benefits of research on practical. First, government as a means and direction, especially ASEAN 6 countries in making policies. Second, society as information for the public about the current state of energy consumption, especially renewable energy consumption in ASEAN 6 countries. And research provide additional insight, knowledge, and experience. Next, supporting theory. First, grand theory is sustainable development by Gro Harlem Brundtland 1984. The development process carried out by the current generation must maintain environmental, social, and economic quality so that future generations have the opportunity and can fulfill their needs properly. The pillars of sustainable are economic, per capita income, social urbanization rate, and environmental carbon emission, where all three must develop symmetrically. Second, middle theory. Middle theory is theory of energy demand by Alfred Marshall, 1890. Energy demand is the amount of energy demanded at various price levels in the market at a given time. Factors other than price include tastes and habits, population and income, among others. When the level of urbanization, per capita income, and carbon emission change, and the curve shifts to the right, it can increase the amount of renewable energy consumption. Next, applied theory. First, urban energy transition theory by Peter Drucker, 2008. The process of change energy system in urban areas due to fossil energy dependence towards the use of cleaner and renewable energy. Second, theory environmental Kuznetsov or AKC by Kuznetsov, 1955. Environmental quality will improve as the income level of the people in a country increases, which is defined by a U-shaped curve, shift from pre-industrial to post-industrial economy. Higher per capita income leads to faster shift to renewable energy consumption. And third, theory of externalities by Arthur P. Gow, 1920. Cost or benefit resulting from consumption or production are directly received by parties outside the market. Carbon emission as a negative externality resulting from fossil energy use. Next, literature review. Renewable energy consumption is an activity of using renewable energy sources it from nature that can be naturally renewed to meet daily needs, factors that influence economy, social, and political. Next, urbanization rate. Urbanization rate is the percentage of population living in urban areas to the total population in a country. Next, per capita income. Per capita income is an average income of the population of a country that is used to measure the level of public welfare. GDP per capita or GDP per capita, GDP or GDP of total population. Carbon emission. Carbon emission is a process of releasing carbon gas into the atmosphere, especially in the form of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the Earth's atmosphere, which occurs naturally or artificially from human activities such as burning fossil energy. Next, previous research. The following are some previous research that support my research. First, research conducted by Kang et al., Chen, Kambuzaman, and Kumaran explain that the urbanization rate has a positive effect on renewable energy consumption. Second, research conducted by Da Silva, by Polat and Naci Yasin, Kang et al., Aloj Lawal, Policine, and Ibrahim and Hanafi, explain that the per capita income has a positive effect on renewable energy consumption. Third, research conducted by Kang et al. And Lawal explained that the carbon emission has a negative effect on renewable energy consumption. Next, the theoretical framework. The theoretical framework explains the effect of each independent variable on the dependent variable, which is described as follows. Then there are three hypotheses that explain the framework. Hypothesis 1, urbanization rate has a positive effect on renewable energy consumption in Asian SIC countries from 2015 until 2023. Hypothesis 2, per capita income has a positive effect on renewable energy consumption in Asian SIC countries 2015 until 2023. And hypothesis 3, carbon emission have a positive effect on renewable energy consumption in Asian SIC countries 2015 until 2023. Research methods, unit of analysis, population, and sample. In research methods on quantitative method. Research objective, there are renewable energy consumption per capita, urbanization rate or 1%, income per capita or GDP per capita, and carbon emission, greenhouse gas emission. Research subjects, 6 countries in ASEAN including Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Philippines in 2015 until 2023. Time series or time series 9 years or T 5 years 20 and 15 until 20 and 23. Procession 6 sample is 54 samples. Data collection technique, secondary data was sourced from our World in Data and the World Bank and supporters from reference books, journals, and browsing internet websites and others. Operational definition of variables. Renewable energy consumption, the amount of primary energy from renewable energy source consumed per person in 1 year, calculate using the substitution method and measure in kilowatt hours or kWh per person. Renewable energy consumption per capita kilowatt hours or kWh. Urbanization rate, percentage of urban population out of total population. Urban population is the number of people living in urban areas as defined by each country's national statistical office. Urban population percent of total population. Per capita income as an indicator that measures the value of a country's total economic output divided by its population at mid-year. Gross domestic product or GDP per capita current US dollar. Carbon emission, the total amount of greenhouse gas emission produced by country divided by its population, explicit in tons of carbon dioxide equivalent per person per year, greenhouse gas emission per capita or on tons. Next, analysis technique. This research uses an ex post facto approach because it uses data on events that have already occurred. The analysis technique used is the panel data regression analysis method and using the if-use application. There are 3 tests used to regression model selection. Estimation of panel data regression models. There are fixed effect model, common effect model, and random effect model. Panel data regression equation model, that is. Next, panel data regression analysis. First, regression model selection. There are 3 tests used to regression model selection. First, Chow test, second, Hausman test, and Lagrange multiplier test. And there are 3 tests used to classic assumption test. First, normality test, heteroscedasticity test, multicollinearity test, autocorrelation test. And then hypothesis test, partial test or t-test, simulation test or v-test, coefficient of determination. This is the presentation of my thesis research proposal. If there are wrong words and shortcomings, I apologize. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.